My friends, have you ever felt like life is just one long, exhausting battle? You wake up, chase deadlines, scroll through endless news of conflict and loss, deal with heartbreaks, health worries, or that nagging voice in your head saying, not enough, never enough. You smile through it, push forward, but deep down there's this ache, this sense that something is always a little off. You're not alone. Billions of us feel it every single day. And guess what? Over 2,500 years ago, a man sat under a tree, looked straight into that ache, and discovered something revolutionary. His name was Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha. And what he taught about suffering and peace isn't some dusty philosophy. It's a practical, life-changing roadmap that can transform how you move through your days, starting right now. Let me ask you this. When was the last time you truly sat with your discomfort instead of running from it? Buddhism doesn't promise a pain-free life. It promises something even better, the tools to meet pain with wisdom and to uncover a peace so deep that nothing can shake it. Today, let's dive into what Buddhism teaches about suffering and peace. I'm going to walk you through the heart of these teachings, the Four Noble Truths, and show you how they can light up your path. Stick with me. By the end, you might just feel a spark of hope, a quiet strength, and maybe even a smile from within. Let's start with honesty, because the Buddha was nothing if not radically honest. He didn't sugarcoat life. He said, there is dukkha. In Pali, the ancient language of these teachings, dukkha means suffering. But it's richer than that. It's the feeling of unease, dissatisfaction, or stress that runs through human existence. It's not just the big tragedies, losing a loved one, facing illness, or watching dreams crumble. It's also the subtle stuff, the happiness that fades too quickly, the boredom that creeps in on a perfect vacation, the way your favorite song eventually stops hitting the same way. Think about it. Birth is dukkha, coming into this world crying. Aging is dukkha, watching your body change. Sickness, death, not getting what you want, getting what you don't want, even clinging to pleasant moments. All of it carries this flavor of impermanence. Everything changes, nothing lasts forever. The Buddha wasn't being pessimistic, he was being realistic. He was saying, look, my friend, if you pretend this unease isn't there, you'll keep getting blindsided by it. Pause for a second and reflect. Where do you feel dukkha in your own life right now? Maybe it's anxiety about the future, regret from the past, or that quiet frustration in relationships. Name it gently in your mind. Don't judge it, just acknowledge it. That simple act of recognition, it's the first step toward freedom. The Buddha taught that ignoring suffering makes it worse. Facing it with open eyes, that's where the magic begins. Now here's where it gets empowering. Suffering isn't random or some cosmic punishment. The Buddha pinpointed the root cause, craving or tanha, that thirsty, clinging desire for things to be different than they are. We crave pleasure and chase highs, more money, more likes, more success, thinking they'll finally make us whole. We crave to avoid pain, pushing away discomfort, numbing out with distractions. We even crave for things to stay exactly as they are when they're good. But here's the truth bomb. Life is like a river, constantly flowing. Clinging to any part of it is like trying to grab water with your fists. It slips away and leaves you frustrated. Imagine this, you fall in love and your heart soars. But deep down, there's a fear. What if they leave? What if this changes? And that fear is craving in disguise. Or you land your dream job, but soon you're stressed about keeping it, comparing yourself to others. The Buddha saw that our minds are wired with three poisons: greed, wanting more; hatred, pushing away; and ignorance, not seeing reality clearly. These fuel the cycle. I know this hits home. How many times have you thought, if only I had that one thing, I'd be happy? And then you got it. And the happiness was fleeting. The Buddha wasn't saying desires are bad. He was saying unchecked craving turns them into chains. The good news, if there's a cause, there's a way to address it. You're not powerless. Here comes the hope that changes everything. The cessation of suffering is possible. Yes, really. The Buddha called this Nirvana, not some far-off heaven, but a state of profound peace, freedom, and clarity right here in this life. It's the extinguishing of that fire of craving, like blowing out a candle. When the flames of clinging die down, what remains is cool, spacious awareness. Nirvana isn't about escaping life or becoming emotionless. It's about living fully without being tossed around by every wave of feeling. Imagine waking up without that background hum of anxiety. Imagine facing loss with compassion instead of despair. Imagine joy that doesn't depend on external conditions. That's the peace Buddhism points to, an unshakable inner stillness amid the storm. Thich Nhat Hanh, a beloved modern teacher, put it beautifully. It is not impermanence that makes us suffer. What makes us suffer is wanting things to be permanent when they are not. When we stop demanding permanence, peace naturally arises. Suffering doesn't vanish overnight, but its grip loosens. You learn to suffer better, as he said, holding your pain with tenderness instead of resistance. Friends, this truth is liberating. It means you don't have to wait for perfect circumstances to feel at peace. Peace is available now in small moments, a mindful breath, a kind word, a walk where you actually feel your feet on the ground. So how do we get there? The Buddha didn't leave us hanging. He gave us a practical guide, the Noble Eightfold Path. Think of it as training for your mind, like going to the gym for your heart and wisdom. It's not a checklist to follow rigidly, but a way of living with awareness. It groups into 3 areas: wisdom, ethical conduct, and mental discipline. Right view and right intention. Wisdom. See reality clearly, impermanence, the causes of suffering, and set your heart on kindness and letting go, not on greed or harm. Right speech, right action, right livelihood, ethics. Speak truthfully and kindly, act with compassion. Choose work that doesn't cause suffering to others or yourself. These build a foundation of integrity that quiets inner turmoil. Right effort, right mindfulness, right concentration, mental discipline. Put energy into wholesome states. Practice mindfulness, being fully present in the here and now. Develop concentration through meditation so your mind becomes steady like a still lake. Start small. Today, try right mindfulness. When you eat, really taste the food. When you walk, feel each step. When emotions arise, observe them like clouds passing in the sky, without judgment. Over time, these practices rewire your responses. Craving loses its power, peace grows. Modern teachers like the Dalai Lama remind us that inner peace leads to outer peace. When enough of us cultivate this, the world transforms, but it starts with you. So, my dear friends, what Buddhism teaches about suffering and peace isn't abstract, it's deeply personal and profoundly hopeful. Suffering is real, but it has a cause we can understand. It can end, and there's a clear path to walk. You don't need to become a monk or move to a cave, just begin where you are. Notice one moment of craving today and gently release it. Sit for 5 minutes in quiet breathing. Respond to someone with extra kindness. Watch how these tiny shifts create ripples of calm. The Buddha's final words were something like, "All conditioned things are impermanent. Strive on with diligence." Life is fleeting, yes, but that makes every mindful moment precious. You have the power to turn suffering into wisdom, pain into compassion, and chaos into peace. Close your eyes for a moment if you can. Breathe in. I acknowledge the unease. Breathe out. I choose the path to peace. You are capable of this. You deserve this peace. And the world needs your lighter, wiser presence. Thank you for joining me on this exploration. If these words touched something in you, carry them forward. Share a kind moment today. Practice one breath of mindfulness. And remember, peace isn't somewhere out there. It's unfolding right here, one aware step at a time. May you be well, may you be peaceful, may you walk the path with joy and courage. Namaste, or as the Buddha might say with a gentle smile, keep going, friend. The end of suffering is closer than you think. What will your first step be today? I'd love to hear in the comments or in your quiet reflections. You've got this